Welcome to episode 13 of the Wilderness Podcast. Today is November 28th, 2016. I'm Dills, and over there we got Deegan.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on? How was your week?
Oh, actually not too busy. Well, not as busy, I should say, because I have
School slowing down?
it slowed down like just this week because everything was like handed in and whatnot. Like I handed in 90% of my shit at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, okay.
So I had like a lot of downtime. Well, a lot less work, I guess. But yeah. So it's not too bad.
That's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Right when the momentum's running.
Yeah, exactly.
Brick wall for a week, but take it.
Yeah, but your week.
My week, just work. Man, today, vacation started. I got a whole week off. Today, did nothing. It was fucking sweet. All I did was play RuneScape for the most part, and it was awesome.
Damn.
I've been still going hard on my pure. I finally got all my stats grind out that I needed. I got that this morning, I think. So I just made a little note of every stat I had to grind out because I looked at my total levels kicking pretty hard. It's like 1,100 or some shit like that.
On your pure?
Yeah, surprising a lot. I got like 2 mil experience, even though my combat's still pretty low. So I'm just like, fuck, I'm putting in work. So I got, just for the quests that I've been needing, I've needed to get 45 crafting, 42 agility, 53 thieving, 42 slayer, 50 smithing, 50 fishing, 50 fire making, 40 farming, 60 attack, and 40 strength. The last 2 was just so that I could wield the barrel chest anchor, so I figured I might as well get 60 attack so I can also use a dragon scimitar. So that when I'm doing these bosses, I'm not sitting there for an hour fucking waiting for the health bar to disappear so I can run out and hit them with my rune skim.
Yeah.
But today, so once I hit that, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to see how many quests I can blast out before we do the podcast. I was expecting just one, but I was able to get Monkey Madness and Rum Deal finished, so
Damn.
that's sweet. Once we're finished, since I don't got to fucking worry about getting up tomorrow, I just got to drive my girlfriend to work. So this is what I got to think about. I can either stay up tonight, stay up until like 4 a.m. and complete Desert Treasure, because that's next, is Desert Treasure. So I'm going to do Desert Treasure, Cabin Fever, then Great Brain Robbery. That's the order. So, yeah, I can either, after we're done this, stay up until 4 a.m. completing Desert Treasure, or go to bed early, wake up, because I have to wake up to drive my girlfriend to work at, I think she works at 7:30, so we leave, we'll leave at like 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I can either wake up early, drive her, and stay up and do Desert Treasure then. But if I do it at the nighttime, I'm just going to come home and go to sleep.
Oh, true.
So I don't know which one I want to do. Stay up all night, sleep in.
See, I would say go to bed like earlier and then wake up, drive her, and grab like a coffee or something. Because then like
that's what I'm thinking.
Tomorrow you'll like feel like you accomplished way more because like you'll have more time in the day. If you're planning on playing Escape all day tomorrow, you could like be PKing like at night.
Yeah, I'd probably have like a nice, basement dweller feeling if I can bust out all 3 of those quests before the sun rises. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my week of scaping. Nothing too exciting. I've been playing my main a little bit, but nothing much. Maybe just AFKing while I play my peer. Played a bit of Civ, but nothing worth mentioning.
Civ 5 or 6?
Just 5. I'm not going to get 6 anytime soon, I don't think. So I'm still having fun with 5, so yeah. I might wait for it to come on sale or wait for the mods to come out and then for them all to get reduced a bit, but not the mods, but the add-ons, the expansions.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. But yeah,
yeah.
I had a little funny encounter today actually. So I stayed like at school a little bit later. Like Mondays I only have 3 hours of class, but I also had a test that like went from 4 to 5. And so like instead of me like getting up and getting to class at like for 9 and then yeah, like 3 hours later just like going home and shit and coming back, I just decided to stay. And in my college there's like a lab, like a computer lab that is only for like architectural and engineering students. I mean, fucking, you know, if you're an art student, you can go in, but like someone has to let you in, I guess. I mean, it's not like we don't let people. Anyways, yeah, so I'm in there and I'm just like dicking around, getting some work done and stuff. And like I'm with like one of the guys in my class and we're just like talking and I'm like helping him out and stuff because he's really bad at AutoCAD, which is like a program you use to draft plans and stuff for buildings. So I'm like teaching him some shit. And he's like, yo, look at that guy over there. What is he doing? And I like look over the computer, like look over like our computers, and I see this old guy, and I've seen him like around the college a couple times. Yeah. And he's doing like, it's called Revit. It's like, it's another program you use to like make buildings and stuff, but you do it in like 3D and whatnot. Okay. So like, yeah, I don't know. It's like a lot more advanced version, I guess, for drafting up buildings and whatnot. Anyway, so on the school computer, he's like doing Revit, and then he has his own laptop, and I see him fucking playing RuneScape.
No way.
Yeah, this guy's probably like 45, 50. Like he's an older dude, like coming back to school for maybe his company's paying him or something. I didn't really ask, but I was like, oh, like no fucking way. So like I help him for a bit, kind of casually get up and go walk over to him, and I'm like, oh shit, like no, I didn't swear, but I'm like, oh, holy moly, look at what you're playing, you know. And he's like, yeah, you know, I haven't really played it before, but you know, I see my son playing it all the time, and you know, it seems kind of interesting. And he's like, super noob. Like this guy's account is like, you know, level 20, and he's got membership and stuff, and you know, he's just like playing the game for the very first time, and I'm like, oh man, that's like super awesome. I'm like, oh yeah, like honestly, it's such a good game, and you know, it's nice you can play it while you're doing schoolwork and whatnot, and yeah, like it's a good. And we just like talk about it for a little bit, and he's like, you know, just kind of going on. He's like, yeah, I enjoy it. Like, I used to play World of Warcraft and stuff, but that's too time consuming, and you know, whatever. We just like kind of shoot the shit, and then he's just like, yeah, so like how long have you been playing? And I'm like, oh, you know, playing for a while, and he's like, oh, yo, what's your name? What's your name? Like, I tell him my name. He like looks at my stats, and he's like, whoa, and he's all like, damn, dude. And I'm like, you know, kind of feeling good. And I'm like, yeah. And I don't know. We just like talk for a bit about it and whatever. And he's just like, yeah. And he like explains to me how he doesn't even know like he got membership just because his son told him to, and he doesn't really know what to do. He's like, you know, I've been trying to like do all these quests and stuff, but they're really confusing, and I don't know enough about the game to complete them. And you know, I find out I have to like, oh, now I need this requirement, or you know, and he's just kind of complaining about questing. So I show him like the Wikipedia, and you know, like, oh yeah, you know, just use this, and this website pretty much answers any question you have about this game. It's like the fucking best encyclopedia for any game. And and he's like, oh cool, blah, blah, blah. And he like asks me like, oh, you know, like what quest should I do? And I like look through his quests, and he's got like Monk's Friend done, and like Romeo and Juliet. Like that's pretty much it. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, like how far do you want me to plan out these quests for you? Because I can plan out your fucking next 3 months of questing if you really want me to. And he's like,
put on the coffee, we're staying late tonight.
And he's like, oh well, like I don't know, like whatever you think is a good place to start. And I like, you know, well, like if you want to quest and get like, you know, the efficient stats, you want to get your levels quick and stuff and catch up to your son, or if you want to, you know, and I kind of explained to him, you know, you can different lines of quests, and he's like, oh, you know, just kind of just want to get better items, and you know, so like I like show him, or pretty much like write down the list of like Waterfall, you know, Tree Gnome Village, like all like the really basic quests that you do generally if you're like a fresh account and members.
Oh yeah.
And well, like if you're, you know, if it's not your first time playing and you're just trying to level up, you know, an account quickly, and I like show him all those quests, generally. And then I explain to him like, you know, Recipe for Disaster, and how like longest quest, but you get these really good gloves, and it's pretty fun, and you know, and I just like show him a bunch of quests, and he's all like pretty happy about it, and he's like, oh cool, like, oh, this is, you know, I like RuneScape, but you know, I kind of didn't know what to do, like I kind of just walked around, did random shit, like I kind of was getting bored because like I have like no idea where to start, and I'm like, oh well, that's the fun of it. You kind of have to figure it out, or you can actually just look up, you know, people have found like, you know, the most efficient, you know, quest lines to do, or how to train your skills. And I just like, you know, just have fun with the game. If you see me, have questions, like don't be scared to ask. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure, like, and then just like,
You should have followed that with an instant. All right, so I'm going to walk you through a few things here. If I ever see you fucking train on cows again, I'm going to have you banned myself. Get your ass to sand crabs, okay? I want to see you there until you have 60 attack.
all right, here's what you do, man. You get 10K, go to the Grind Exchange World 1 and just type this in, doubling money. All right, now we just sit here and people are just going to give you money. Don't even have to give them money back. They'll just keep giving it to you. Yeah, but
World hop after every trade.
it was actually like a really weird interaction, though. It was nice, though. Just
That's kind of cool, yeah.
shed some light on like some 50-year-old newbie. And honestly, I should have been like, hey, and I have a podcast about it. But like, I didn't. Would have just.
I'm surprised he wasn't. Holy shit, is that Deegan? Are you Deegan?
taking pictures and shit. Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it was. I've never had that experience before. And it was like super cool that, yeah, some fucking old dude that's like. I'm assuming he's an engineering student or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever bumped anyone playing RuneScape aside from kids in the library.
Mm-hmm.
And that pretty much stopped once Minecraft came out.
Yeah.
The only thing that was kind of bizarre, which kind of got me, I think I talked about this before, but I work in construction, right? Just building houses and subdivisions, which are where every house kind of looks the same. That's kind of should know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so when I'm working in a house, I'll see a lot of different trades, like plumbers, guys working on floorings, painters, and so on. And there was this guy who was doing the tiles in the bathroom, and he was like about my age, so I was with another guy, and we were talking about League of Legends, or we were talking about some video game, and he kind of, oh, you guys play video games? We were talking, I was like, yeah, what do you play? And he started saying, like, it's like, oh, I play RuneScape. They came out with this old school RuneScape thing, and I was like, oh, shit, like, I've talked, it's not uncommon for people to randomly just bring up, oh, do you play video games? What do you play? But it's like the first time I ever heard, like, RuneScape outside of maybe when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I wasn't playing it at the time, and I was like, holy fuck. And then I think you got into it at that time, too, so then we all just started playing again.
Yeah.
Although he was playing, I think he said he stopped playing RuneScape for some reason. He was just playing private servers or some shit.
Yeah.
And I never seen him since, so I wanted to be like, dude, you reignited it.
Reignited the flame. The addiction.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We talked for a bit, and then he ate some lasagna, had an allergic reaction, and wasn't sure if he should go to the hospital.
Yeah, you needed some bread with that. Some Link's Titan shit. You know Link's Titan?
Okay.
Like rank 1 old school player or some shit?
Yeah.
He only eats lasagna and bread?
Okay.
Because he said he ate some lasagna, had allergic reaction, so I was just making a joke.
Okay, true. That's some prime memeing.
Yeah.
I was out of the loop.
That's the meme for this week. All right, we'll see you guys next episode.
All right, that's the show. Yep, done.
Yeah. But,
All right.
but yeah, actually, on Thursday, I had the fucking worst moment ever, and I talked to my one buddy who's in 6th semester and a couple of guys in my program, and everyone's had this issue. So Thursday is like my 8 to like 11 or some shit is drafting, which is just look pretty much understanding how blueprints work and stuff for drawings. And, yeah. Anyway, so I like that night before, I think only got like 2 hours of sleep or something. Like I could have got more, but I did a bunch of schoolwork and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to reward myself with, some video games and shit. Play some Civ, play some League or something.
Yeah, you made the right decision.
Not at all, because apparently we had a test. So I wake up like 2 hours of sleep. I feel really sick, and I'm like in the shower, like having like a debate with myself if I should just skip class and go back to bed. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I made the decision to play games. I'm not gonna be a bitch. And I like show up to class and I sit down and I'm like so out of it. And you're not allowed to drink coffee in that class. And
what?
Because you're in a computer
Why? You're
lab.
on computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, still, come on. Like, what are you fucking
honestly
in kindergarten?
My
shit?
one buddy.
Like, how many people?
My one buddy, like, yeah, he's like a 6th semester. He came in once when I was doing schoolwork, and he like brought a coffee, took one sip, missed the table, and spilled it everywhere. People fucking spill shit all the time in those labs, and like, so they just don't let
That's
you.
because you guys just haven't fucking slept in weeks.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, you have to have bottled drinks if you're gonna bring drinks in. I'm not gonna bring like coffee in a water bottle.
Yeah, why not?
It's fucking nasty.
Yeah,
warm coffee.
Why is that weird?
Yeah.
Well, warm coffee. That's kind of normal.
But like in a water bottle,
What, you want cold coffee in a water bottle?
maybe like an ice cap. Put a straw in it.
Yeah, maybe that's not too bad. But yeah, it's funny how that's kind of weird, isn't it? Like,
I think it's
a warm drink out of a water bottle. That's
maybe I just always think like the plastic, the toxins. No, like just
Yeah,
like the bad
yeah,
shit's gonna like melt into it somehow. I'm gonna be drinking plastic and when it's slightly lukewarm. But shit, what was the point? Oh yeah, so I sit down like really out of it. Professor's like, all right, here's your drafting test. You guys have 3 hours. Good luck. And he just hands out like 5 or 6 like big ass pieces of paper that are just blueprints. They're just like floor, foundation, floor, like the first floor, all the elevations and all that stuff. Like, yeah, just the plans and just like kind of this is what the building should look like type of deal.
Yep.
And I like sit down and I'm like, all right, got the blueprints. And like, that's it. Like, he just goes on to the next person. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Is he like coming around a second round to give us like another piece of paper that explains what we're doing?
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. And like, people just start doing like the test. And I just sit there and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? And I'm like, kind of like, cause
am I in the right class? What the fuck's going on right now?
Like, am I missing something? I like look on the one kid like in front of me. And he has like just the same page as I have, and I'm like,
so he's confused too?
No, he's fucking doing work. And I'm like, what the fuck is everyone doing? Like I go and I look through everything. There's like no like I read everything. I take like 20 minutes to read everything to make sure I didn't miss anything. And like, no, like these are just blueprints. I'm like, okay, like no questions. There's no other piece of paper. I know for a fact no one else has a piece of paper because I went to go throw my gum in the garbage and I looked at what everyone was doing and everyone had what I had and I'm like freaking out and I'm like Jesus Christ, okay, I can figure this out. I just gotta like really look at what I have in front of me. So I sit there for an hour and a half and I'm like and I'm going through everything. I'm getting so frustrated. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like this. Like, what the fuck is going on? And some chick comes in halfway through class, and you're like, the general rule is if you're 20 minutes or 25 minutes late to a test, once it's started, you're not allowed in. You're not allowed to take it. But my prof's like, I'm feeling nice. Good luck. You're kind of fucked because you only have an hour and a half left.
Yeah.
And then she sits down, and she's just like, okay, and just starts fucking going at it. I'm like, okay, so she's sitting next to me. She knows exactly what she's doing. So I kind of like put my head down and like tilt it, kind of like watch her, like look at her paper for a while.
Yeah.
And then she like looks at everything and she fucking starts doing like the symbols and stuff. And and then it kind of clicks. I'm supposed to just like fill in specific symbols that the blueprints were missing that I just didn't pick up on because it wasn't obvious. And I have to coordinate all of them together and fill in all the missing information. But like, there was nothing that like indicates that. And it was kind of like, oh, well, here's a wall section, which is like looking at the inside of a wall. Where would that symbol have been put on the floor plan? Like, how would these match? I'm like, okay.
So you weren't expecting a test at all?
I had no clue there was a test. I had no clue.
So why did you just miss it? Did he mention it in class?
Oh, I probably totally missed it. Because like he also gave us a big ass assignment like the week beforehand. So he was like assignment, and then I'm like, all right, I'm fucking doing this shit. And I'm just saying, I destroyed that assignment, so it definitely counteracted. I had
So you did good?
Oh, like the test, I definitely failed, but the assignment, which was worth the same, I probably got like an easy 90.
Right, I didn't hear this too.
Yeah, but
that
like
sucks. That sounds like the worst situation to be in.
It was awful because like an hour and a half, like me just sitting there and. An hour and a half in, like pretty much just before like the one girl came in, I'm like, why haven't I just asked the professor what I'm doing? And I'm like, as I go to raise my hand and ask him, I'm like, wait, it's been an hour and a half. What is it? What's everyone like? What the fuck? This kid just sat here for an hour and a half and like didn't say anything. And I'm just like, no,
working up the courage to say something.
And I'm like, just kind of thought to myself, the ship sailed an hour and like 25 minutes ago. Like, I should have just asked right off the bat when he walked to me and gave it to me.
I have 15 minutes to figure this out, or I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to walk out.
Honestly, I was debating that, like, near the end of it. I'm like, Like, what am I, do I just draw, fucking make it, like, stupid pictures and shit and just leave? I just draw a dick and like, here you go, sir, fuck yourself, and just leave? Like, but no, I definitely fucked that up, but it's alright. I definitely did really well on my project. Or my little assignment.
Yeah, that reminds me of some college projects. I said it before. I'm just going to say it real quickly. When I had to do that courtroom assignment where basically it was a mock trial, he gave you a criminal case. You had a specific charge. You had to build a whole criminal case around it and make everything up, but it all had to be legit, like it actually would happen in a courtroom. There's about 30 dudes with 30 assignments of that, but out of the 30 people, it was like 5 assignments got chosen to be presented, and then the people kind of got divvied up in through those 5 chosen assignments.
Yeah.
And I had no clue like what I was doing. And then I thought it was all right until basically I sat in someone else's assignment that got chosen, because like mine got chosen. I did not. The fucking odds were. It was so unlikely. And then, yeah, I remember seeing the person go up first, and his was so good. And I was like, and then even every person who was like the lawyer or someone had to be a witness there, they were so good. And I was like, oh my God, I am so fucked. And I'm pretty sure I had to be a police officer who was at the crime. And the person who got chosen as a lawyer just fucking tore my ass apart. It was so bad.
You should have just been like, what the fuck do I know? I didn't even go to school. I'm an officer.
Yeah.
Paid by the state, bitch. Like, it's not my shoe. But it's funny because, you know, that being said, with that last thing, and like, okay, I'm a shitty student. But on the other hand, pretty much, I think last week I was in the same situation as you, but the exact opposite. Like, we had to do an art, like we have a history class. It's like total bullshit. It's definitely just like a filler course, but we had to do like this project worth like 30% of our grade on like a famous architect. And I think I've mentioned this before and how it's supposed to be like an easy 90 and shit. I think I mentioned this like, 4 or 5 episodes ago. One person dropped out of our group. She like dropped out of the whole program. So like we had like a shit ton of work to do. And I don't, did I already tell the story? I hope not, because I'm gonna keep going. Fuck it.
Just do it.
Yeah, I ended up pulling 2 on. Okay, like, let me go back. Because she dropped out, I had, like, my job was to, like, just do some of, like, we were all gonna just, like, pick, like, certain aspects that we had to, like, work on with our architect. So, like, the buildings and his life and shit, all that stupid stuff. And because she dropped out, and, like, we were all gonna work on the presentation together, but she dropped out, so I was like, alright, guys, I'll just do like a building and a presentation. It'll be easy. Like this one guy in my group is like a musician. He's his microphone's like $3,800. Like I asked what brand.
Ask him to borrow it.
He would not let me. He's probably got that shit welded into his table. Like oh my God. It's actually such a nice mic, and like the voice quality was super good. Cool. But, so yeah, so like they give me all this information. They give me an audio clip, so I had to make a presentation. And I'm like, all right, this is fine. I sit down for 5 hours. It'll be done. Easiest fucking 90 of my life. Cue 2 nights and 2 all-nighters. Not in a row, but like I pulled an all-nighter, and then the next time I pulled an all-nighter. So I think I actually spent probably like 15, 16 hours like on this fucking presentation. It was like, and it's just a PowerPoint presentation, but like we added in like narration and stuff, and yeah, and like all this shit, added some nice outro music and stuff. It was actually like super dope. And like I go super hard, show it to like my group mates. They're like obsessing, like, oh fuck, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Oh, and they're like super happy. And I'm like, all right, do the finishing touches and like go in and submit it to my teacher. And there's like a big 5-hour troubleshooting period because PowerPoint, this is some words of advice. Don't do fucking PowerPoint on a Windows 8 or an 8.1 because it doesn't work. If you're doing timed slides, timings don't work at all on Windows 8. Okay. It fucks up the whole file for some reason. So that was a big waste of 5 hours of my life. But anyways, and I like make this dope ass presentation. It's all automated, make a nice video and all this stuff. Give it to the teacher. And then like earlier, or maybe like some point last week, she sends an email and she's like, this is like a really good like project. I just want to like tell you guys, like, I I really enjoyed it and thank you. And I just kind of thought she sent that to like everyone. And then I checked my mark, ended up getting 100% on it. So it's like the freest 30% of my life. And then she's like, yeah, you know, it's going to be like shown in class. We're going to be doing all the presentations and you guys are 6th. So just make sure you're in class so you can make sure, you know, it's set up properly. And we go in, I like have it all set up and stuff. And like
bring in some lights and smoke machines.
Yeah.
And shit.
Some fucking
Sweet.
Yeah. Some nice John Cena music. No, but,
yeah.
Like all the other presentations before ours were like, they weren't bad. Just like the only thing is like everyone did like their audio on a laptop microphone in a cafeteria pretty much. Mm-hmm. It's just like really hard to pay attention to. But yeah, it's not a big deal. And
cool.
Sorry. So then she puts ours on and then like afterwards, like, you know, everyone like claps and stuff because I guess that's what you do. And she like, and then she sat there for like 5 minutes and bragged on how good our presentation was. And we were the only presentation to get 100%. And like how she showed like 5 other professors our presentation and whatnot.
Damn.
And it was actually like the best feeling ever. And then the group that came after us, I felt so bad because they were like in your position pretty much.
Yeah.
Like it was the most hacked together. Like we got 30 minutes. Fuck it. Just, I'm going to read off Wikipedia. Let's make it classy. Let's get some really loud jazz music in the background. And so like the presentation starts and you hear like, like this fucking like really jazzy music that's way too loud. And you just kind of hear, and like it was just like way too loud and muffled. And it was just like so hacked together. And like, the dude was so embarrassed about it when he like went and closed his slide and like, I felt pretty bad, but I felt super good on our presentation.
Yeah, they're probably sitting there watching, being like, dude, this is. I don't think we should just say we didn't do it.
Yeah,
we should just say we didn't do it. Oh god, we're gonna.
It was nice though, because like our prof was like, you know, it's the only one that got 100%, blah 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 blah, and people were like, fuck, no.
And now
kidding.
This one is the only one who got 0%.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, that being said, should we swing into some RuneScape related news?
Some news. Let's get her.
Some news. All right. So yeah. All right. That was the news section. No, but sort of. Really nothing much happened. The only thing that was really notable that I want to talk about maybe was the Ring of Coins and the Ring of Nature. They're now in free-to-play.
Wait, Ring of Coins?
Yeah, have you seen it?
The fuck is that?
Dude, it turns you to a stack of coins on the ground.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's cool. It looks like when you hit 10K, when you drop 10K gold, like the money amount looks the same as like 20 mil, but that's the stack you look like.
Yeah.
There's some funny videos out there, and there's some people who have like their name as 600 mil or 600 M.
I was just about to say, how troll would it be to put on that ring and do like white 80 mil or something like that, or 400K.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
So people with OS buddy like run on top of you and shit.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's I like those items. I don't have any myself. There's the Ring of Coins, the Ring of Stone, and the Ring of Nature. And you know what the Ring of Nature does?
No. I know what the stone one does, but I don't know what the nature does.
It just turns into a bush.
Oh, what the fuck? How come I've never seen these before?
Because you thought it was money and bushes everywhere.
The fuck?
All those bushes you see at the side, those are people.
Why is there a bush in the Varrock Fountain? God damn.
Has it been there that whole time?
No?
So yeah, those are both pretty cool. They're pretty expensive.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Those cosmetics,
fun little novelty items. Yeah, they're the cool cosmetic. Like I don't know, they're cosmetics that I kind of enjoy.
Yeah,
are you okay with those type of items? Those things that transform you?
Oh yeah, man, I love them. As long as they don't give you an advantage, they're just for fun. Like man,
yeah, we're like imagine they couldn't click you and you actually turned into a stone.
Like
right?
Yeah. Like I'd be sorry, I couldn't really hear you there.
Oh, true. I was saying, yeah, because right now they have it. You turn into the coins, bush, or rock.
Yeah.
I don't think you can move with it on.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
That'd be really fucking weird. No, I think you're...
I don't know. You're still on the map, though.
I have the Easter egg ring on RuneScape 3, and that just turns you can't move while you're in the egg.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's definitely... Yeah, I love those items.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of people were asking for this. I like this. Okay, so now, when releasing chinchompas from hunting, releasing is the same as dropping for those.
Mm-hmm.
Now there'll be a confirmation little chat menu that pops up, says, are you sure you want to drop these or release these?
And I don't
know before. What was that?
No, sorry, keep going. I'll say.
I was going to say, previously before this, let's say you right-clicked and clicked release, they're all gone. They don't drop to the ground, they run away. And chinchompas are pretty expensive. Like, black chinchompas, which are the best, are about 1.9k each. And imagine releasing like 3,000 of those.
Yeah, that's it. That's your bank.
So the reason I like the menu thing, though, is because, yes, now people won't accidentally drop chins. Also, because in the wilderness, people would release the chins when they were about to get PK'd so that the PKer wouldn't get anything. Now, it'll be kind of hard. They have to, like, spam, like, 1 or 2 in the chat menu, right?
Yep.
There's the chance of you canceling that. But anyways, those are the 2 really pieces of news that are worth talking about. There's a bunch of little quality of life and bug fixes, but they're all really minor things. I didn't want to go over every little bit.
I got a question for you. Have you ever done red chinchompas? Like, hunted them?
Yep.
How awful is it? Like, when I first hit 63 Hunter, like, that was like one of the first things I did when I got back in old school, like way back when. And it wasn't too bad when I first started doing the chinchompas, but like, I think like 2 months ago or something, I went to go do them for a bit, and there was every fucking world had bots in them. I mean,
really?
You could go to a world, type in the world bot, and then sometimes they leave if they have like an auto like log off thing, so they don't get banned.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, but like I remember like sometimes it would take me like 5 minutes to find a world, and it would be like me logging in, type in bot, and then either they do nothing or they like question mark, like what? Or, sometimes they just like log off and like, sweet, this is my world now. But like, yeah, like did you ever notice how many bots like bought red chinchompas?
So I haven't really done any hunter in the last like 8 months. Last time I did it, I decided I was at one hunter and I wanted to get, I think it was 83 or something like that, so I could catch dragon imps.
Oh, yeah.
So this is before you could catch them barehanded. So, yeah. Dragon imps fly around the RuneScape world. You can catch them, and they'll give you some pretty good loot. So, yeah, I don't know why. I just wanted to get those. Like, I'll collect loot while I'm doing quests and stuff. So I decided, I'll grind it as fast as possible. In 3 days, I got it up to, like, level 70.
Yeah.
No, maybe 5 days, but in 3 days, I got it up to, like, level 63. And then I was doing the red chins up to 70 before I got burnt out. Decided to never do it again.
Yeah.
I didn't notice too many bots when I did, though. Like, it was never too, I don't remember ever getting frustrated trying to find a world. There were a few times where there was a bunch of people, but I always found a world, and then I was able to just stay there and not get bothered. And there were times I shared a world with someone else just because, and I was talking to them, they weren't bots.
Yeah.
But like I said, this was a long time ago, and I haven't did any hunters since, because I couldn't, I burnt myself out of it.
Yeah, hunter is like definitely like one of those really annoying skills.
It's tedious. It reminds you of like kind of like agility because it's like constantly paying attention. There's not any, at least with like smithing and stuff, you have, I got 30 seconds where I'm going to be making bars. At least I can go kick my feet up and relax.
Yeah.
Fucking hunter. It's just like sit there and click.
The one thing that bugged me with hunter, I think it's getting 1 to 27 is longer than like 27 to 36. Like
I remember
the so bad.
Oh, the early levels were fucking awful. I remember the first day. Well, maybe not the first day, but I spent like 4 hours and it got me to like level 9.
Yeah.
Probably exaggerating, but yeah, I do remember taking a while because like you wait forever to catch something,
And then it
to
just
get
fucking,
barely an experience. Yeah, and then it fucking escapes.
Yeah. See, when I was
Like,
doing
oh,
it, I had
cool.
like 10 hunting, and I was actually like so frustrated. And I'm like QQ, and I'm just like bitching to one of my friends. Fuck Hunter. He's like, what level are you? And I'm like 9. And he's like, you didn't do the History of Museum mini quest in Varrock? It gets you free 9 Slayer and Hunter. And I'm like, no, I just wasted like fucking hours of my life. Went and did it, got a little bit of experience, but like, oh god damn, was that not like, I hate Hunter, but I really want to get it up. And once I start my hardcore Iron Man, like I gotta do a lot of Hunters, so I just have to man up,
You haven't started the hardcore yet?
No, I honestly have been so, like this week I was so tempted to,
Yeah.
but every time it's like, all right, I got like 4 hours of dicking around, and then I should get, X amount of schoolwork done. I'm gonna get to this point, like in my schoolwork. I'll just like finish, I'll log into my hardcore Iron Man because I already have like the email made and shit. Everything's ready. I just have to like go in and like make the account. Take like 5 seconds out of my time. And every time I do that, I'm like, all right, I have 4 hours. Do I really only want to play 4 hours on my Iron Man? And I'm just like, because like, I love the.
I'm gonna need at least a solid 12.
Honestly, I love level 3 getting off Tutorial Island, and you're like, now this is what I do. Like, I love having like a plan.
I'm conflicted.
Man, I love it. Like, it's like, oh, I love it. And like, I don't know, I was debating. Like, I've been heavily debating on just like waiting till like December 10th, like when I'm done school, but in the meantime, when I have downtime, like actually plan out like a really interesting route that people haven't done on Iron Man. And I like when hardcore Iron Man were first like talked about, I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna hunt to 99 pretty much. It'll be really boring, but then like I'll do this and this and that, and then
Why would you hunt to 99 though?
well, because you can get 99 range essentially.
True, I guess.
Like I would hunt pretty much to 63, then do a.
And I guess with the imps, you can get a bunch. I know you can get glories.
Yeah,
from
you get
some of the
glories and
imps.
dragon weapons and stuff.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
And then I was like Googling imps and stuff, and I found out the eclectic or whatever, imps can give you clue scrolls. I'm like, dude,
Yep.
I could just, I'm a genius. I just discovered something. I could actually, while I'm doing Hunter, farm like clue scrolls, and I could get all, and then I like, a couple days ago, I look up Bodhi's stream, and that's literally what he's doing, and I'm like, fuck, like, oh no.
Throw it away.
Yeah, alright, rewrite
You got
it.
2 blueprints going. One's for RuneScape. One's for useless buildings and shit.
Yeah. The fuck is this? Oh yeah, okay, so this is my plan. Sir, I know it looks bad, but once I get Dragon Slayer done, that's when things really kick off.
He's like, this looks legit. That old guy you're talking to in the lab is actually your teacher.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah, he comes out and talks to you. He's like, all right, Derek, you've graduated. You can just leave.
Alright, here's
I
your
hope you
diploma and shit. Yeah. Easy money.
And you'll be on RuneScape later, right? And you're like, yeah, I'll see you on tonight. All right, perfect. Yeah, so that's it for the news.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, let's shall we move on, I guess. There's really nothing much. I think that was the lightest news week we've had so far.
Yeah, they're really. Yeah, I guess they're, things are gonna die off until the raids. TM, when the raids finally come.
Oh god, I'm kind of pumped. I've kind of left my that's where I'm conflicted. I'm like to myself, my main, I could get them all beefed out right now. This week, I could probably maybe get 99 strength if I wanted to.
Oh yeah,
as in,
for sure.
Because I'm at 95 now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm at 95. And like I said, I have the whole week off if I wanted to. I would just AFK and NMZ. But nah, instead I'm kind of just playing my pure, watching The Office on my other monitor. Because sometimes being efficient sucks and makes the game not fun.
Yeah.
So even though, yeah, it's really free experience if I just have my guy NMZing while I'm doing quests, I don't really want to have to focus on that, or maybe I just want to watch and play full screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's basically just sitting idle until the raids come out. Till then, I'm playing my peer.
Yeah, like I'm not.
And
I mean, I'm excited for the raids to come out, but I don't think I'll be doing it for a little while.
the raids, really? Why not?
I don't know. Like I just started like bossing and stuff with my guy. Like I'm.
We have to do the raids with a group. We have to get a whole group together. Do it day one.
Yeah.
Actually, it's supposed to be pretty easy. Like, not easy. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but I'm pretty sure you could bring in, like, level 90s and stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I just like.
I think I remember them saying that. But, no, yeah, we should jump in the first day and just kind of feel these bosses out. It'll be fun. Let's go in let's not even look at what the bosses can do.
Oh, fuck that. I want to
We'll go in and lose. You will lose all of our items. It'll be a fucking sweet.
Yeah, fuck
We're
that.
gonna rebuild together.
Yeah.
No, but we should. I think we should try them without looking at the mechanics and figure it out ourselves. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we could. If we get enough people. I don't know who's really willing to just, you know.
Yeah, from what I remember, it could honestly, these were just, I guess, concepts, but it was gonna be pretty flexible between like 1 and 100 people. I remember them saying. So we could just, anyone that from like the show that would want to do it, we could just get a group together day one. We all just dive right in there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and if they released how the bosses would work beforehand, I think I might avoid watching those, because when I played Destiny, when the raid came out, for a solid week, and I was always on the subreddit, they would block, like, you weren't allowed to post anything about the new raid for like the first bit because people wanted to try it without knowing how to do anything.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing that. I did it blind with some people in like the first week or so, and it was a lot of fun. Like, it took a long time, but when you finally, like, every time you went to go fight the boss, you like, all right, this time we're gonna do this. Look out for this. We figured that part out, and you just slowly will it down. It was just very satisfying, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
the
We should
progression
think about that.
aspect it definitely sounds pretty neat. Yeah, possibly. Once they come out, we'll see what's been going on and stuff.
Think about going in there blind, but I really do hope they do a good job. And I remember talking on Reddit with people, like, just about the raids. I enjoy I hope they take advantage of the idea of people having specific jobs, not in the sense of like a healer, tank, and all that shit, but
Certain skills
play-
and whatnot.
sort of. And also, like, if you played like World of Warcraft and stuff, I liked it when bosses were like, okay, this dude's on the lever and you're like his bodyguard. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to have guys doing certain mechanics during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your job is to cut all the trees when they spawn because the trees make them regenerate health. So then someone who has the high wood cutting is stuck on weed cutting duty or whatever it is, wood cutting duty.
The only thing that like would make me worried about like that aspect is like there's gonna be people that like, oh, I only would cut, you know, not like that. Like they don't want to do certain jobs or certain skills because this one's easier.
Yeah,
So
you'll have
fuck
that with
it.
everything though. It's just like with WoW raids. Some people are just like, no, I will not do DPS, or I only tank, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I find the issue with WoW raids with the fucking people.
Yeah,
Some people are so fucking. Oh god, don't even get me started. Oh god.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I hope it's good. And what I was thinking would be a cool idea is like, imagine there's a part where like ads come out and like you need to have people on ad duty, so you have people ice bursting and using chins to kill the ads around the boss. I'm gonna say ads one more time because let's make it like 5 in a row.
yeah, we're trying to get sponsored here. So we're trying to.
But I think that would be sweet to have just people throwing chins and doing ice barrages, and that was like their job.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet.
I don't know. Let's hopefully they do something cool with it. So should we move into the topic of the week?
I just want to say, so I was on the subreddit a couple days ago. I actually tried finding the post like a little bit ago. I don't know if I can find it, but we have a guy in our Discord who's like he's on a hardcore Iron Man. He's trying to go for like first hardcore Iron Man and complete a master clue.
Right.
And
okay.
I think someone beat him to it yesterday. Oh yeah,
no
yeah,
way.
here it is right here.
Well, yeah, that's fun. I like seeing how there's people going for these specific things. Like, shit, the first 99 got taken. Well, let's go for the first, 99 specific skill, or let's go for the first first master clue done, or the first pet.
Actually, I think the picture might have been fake. Because it's fucking. I went through my history and it's deleted. The post is deleted, so never mind.
Oh shit! Some detective work going on.
Huh.
All right, well, that's a little fun fact, I suppose.
Oh man, I felt really, really bad for a second. Oh, because yeah, it'd be actually super sweet if this, like, our, one of our Discord buddies is like the first one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We can tell everyone we motivated him.
Yeah.
We were the reason he was able to push on and keep strong.
Yeah, we'll be on Oprah and shit talking about it. How we inspire
maybe
him.
Ellen, although I guess we're a little too old for Ellen, so.
Yeah, I don't even know if Oprah's still a thing.
Definitely. She's immortal. Cool. All right, so now should we move into the hot topic or the topic of the week?
Sorry. Can we take a quick break? Sorry.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break.
Yeah, just like a 2-minute break.
All right, we'll get refreshed. Okay, we're back now. So let's bring this right into the topic of the week.
All right, let's talk about some mini games.
Ramble about
mini
the
games.
mini-games. Yeah, okay.
Mini games is always been like a topic on RuneScape. Either some of them are overpowered and so everyone does them, or there's no gains to them, so people don't do them, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the games that we once known to be just for fun have kind of died out, and you can't play them at all anymore.
Yeah.
So, let's go through, off the top of your head, name some of the mini games.
Well, there's Barrows, there's Barbarian Assault, there's Nightmare Zone and Pest Control. Like, those are like some super useful ones.
Cast Wars, Magic Training Arena, Rat Pits,
yeah,
Tazar Fight Pits, even the Jad Fight Cave is considered a mini game.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's like Rogue's Den. There's actually there's so many mini games.
Pyramid Plunder, Last Man Standing,
Shades of Morton,
Temple Trekking.
Yeah, Trouble Brewing. I've actually never done Temple Trek. I actually haven't done 90% of these mini games. I'm gonna be honest.
Fishing Trawler.
I'm gonna be really honest. Up until like maybe a week or two ago, I hadn't even done Mage Training Arena, or not Mage. No, sorry, just the Mage Arena. I haven't even done Training Arena yet.
Mage Arena is another one.
Yeah, there's the two. Like, I'm not a fan of mini games.
What?
I only do, I'm that person that only does the ones that are.
Okay, when you say
useful,
you're not a fan, do you care about them? I'm glad they're in the game. I might not play them.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather have them in the game than not. But like, I don't like. I didn't even know what temple tracking was until you explained it to me one day.
I like it.
You know
That was
what I mean?
kind of fun.
I've never done it. Like, I know what Tears of Gothics is, but I don't have any want to do it.
Yeah, so that's the problem, is a lot of the minigames have started to die out, and really the only way to keep them alive is to have rewards from them. And honestly, I think the best rewards are just simple cosmetic items for the most part, for like add things to like the Tazar Fight Pits. The Castle Wars did a good job with the Halos, I think, because people are always going for those. Man, since I've been making a 1 defense pure, fucking love the hats. All about the hats.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find like all these flashy ones I can just whip out. I haven't even gone PKing yet, but these are what I
You gotta do the
prioritize.
chompy bird hunting.
Thought about that, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool because you get the cool feather hats, especially when you get to the higher tiers. They look fucking sick.
Yeah.
So
And you look up guide on that, people are super efficient.
Oh, yeah.
They've broken that down to a science.
yeah, there's a ton of
But,
mini
like-
games, and like I think from episode 15 on, we're gonna start going in depth about different topics, and mini games is one of the subjects we'll eventually be going through. But we'll go through all
Yeah.
the mini games because I've done a bunch. I've done Mage Training Arena back a long time ago. I remember spending a whole weekend grinding that out because I wanted Bones to Peaches, which is a spell similar to Bones to Bananas, but the Peaches heal. I think it's 3.
I think it's 8, dude. It's good.
8? Okay, maybe it's more, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah,
It's really good.
it's pretty good, but the only thing that's kind of disappointing is now I've gone to a higher level that's much more, I don't bring it along. I forget about bringing it, and or I'm using prayer potions, or...
Yeah. See, I'm a little bitch, so I'm doing like bandos and stuff instead of me, putting time and actually like unlocking it, like what you're supposed to do. I just buy the Bones to Peaches tabs.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Is that more expensive than doing the spell?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. It's like probably when I bought them, they're close to 1,000 per.
Oh, damn. There we go. Money-making method right there for me. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's
I
good.
mean, I hope they're still 1,000, or else I got fucking gypped. But
Some kind of
Yeah,
back
like, I
alleyway.
yeah.
Offering you discounts.
I think with the mini games, like there are some like I've done Castle Wars and stuff, but like I've only done them when I've had like I'm on TeamSpeak with some friends, and then we're like, fuck it, let's do some Castle Wars, you know?
And it's, you know what I was
Like,
thinking too? I was thinking
What,
of, I want to start, when I get my pure ready to go, which is going to be probably by tomorrow, I'm going to start doing Castle Wars a lot because I also want to get the Halos. They look pretty damn sweet. And I remember that being a fun thing, just getting a ton of people to go to. So, like, maybe we should organize some, like, Christmas Castle Wars event where we, like, try to get a bunch of people together. And maybe we'll all get on Discord. We can we can go full fucking Battlefield 1. You know, fucking Dangos to the south. I need barricades up.
Collapse the mine.
I need bandages pronto.
Who's got a fucking explosive potion? Just screaming at each other and shit.
That could be a lot of fun. And being a peer, like, dishing out a lot of damage at the same time, I'm so vulnerable. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to play. So maybe we should think about setting something up like that.
Yeah, I'd be down. Well, when I did it,
I think I was a void, well, not quote unquote void pure. I just had 42 defense and I was too lazy to level it up. And like I was like just focusing on range at the time. But there's a lot of max levels that do Castle Wars.
Is that what it's
fun.
filled with?
I
I
mean,
haven't dabbled into it recently.
the couple times I've done it, it's you get your 126 like Castle War champs, you know, they're breaking a sweat with their quick switches and they're like tri-bridding you and shit.
Yeah.
You got your pures that are doing it for cosmetic or just to kill time, and then you got like groups of like, you know, little newbie friends just kind of doing it together.
Okay, so let's. I think we should maybe put together a giant Christmas Castle Wars event. Dude, we'll get drunk off Nog and play Castle Wars.
I'll get drunk, but not off Nog.
Dude,
I hate eggnog.
You hate eggnog, not even in the Christmas
Yeah.
spirit.
Eggnog's fucking nasty. But
We could plan it for a Monday, December 26th afterwards, or the 19th before, or any day in between. Cool. No, I'm just thinking out loud.
yeah, figuring out which days work. But yeah, like with the mini games, like I find you'll always find people at Barbarian Assault.
Yeah.
That shit is packed because it's like
The mini games where you do get the useful, especially when it's like a fighter torso or any
hat and
void
stuff.
piece, anything like that. Yeah, void pieces
yeah,
and stuff
even
like
like
that.
the fact you can get the penis pet.
Yeah,
people sit there and grind it just for that, and like Barrows, you know, obviously that's always going to be packed because of the Barrows gear.
yeah, and that one's more like a solo thing. Barrels is, Barbarian Assault. When I was doing it this time, when you get a good group of like people, not only can you bust them off fast, it's kind of fun. Like I was really enjoying it. I can only imagine if you're doing it with some like actually friends and like you're shooting the shit one Friday night and you just let's try to get the penance pet tonight. Do it for fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I like Barbarian Assault. I hate defending. Defending is so
I hate
fucking
defending
bad.
too, but at the same time, when I was doing it with a good group, I didn't mind it. When you get it,
Yeah.
when you get people who will jump on the cannon right to kill the runners, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you got people who are actually like, okay, jump on the cannon to kill those, it's fast. It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
problem
no,
when you
you
don't have
can-
when the clutch is not depositing any of the eggs and no one's shooting them.
Mhm.
Realistically, one of the healers or attackers or whenever you're done your job, you should jump on that cannon and start blasting down some runners because that's what's going to take the
Yeah.
longest.
Yeah, like I found the quickest I got my fighter torch because I've done Barbarian Assault like more times than I can count. I've done it a stupid amount of times. I have allegedly done it for a friend because he was a fucking baby about it and didn't want to do it. Done it for actually two friends, I think. Allegedly, they left their computers on, and I allegedly sat down and did it for them.
Slipped on the keyboards a bunch of times.
My hand, like, yeah, I kind of just dropped the mouse for 5 hours straight. No, but yeah, the fastest I've had it done is like 3 or 4 hours, like pretty quick, and then the longest has been like over 6.
It's the finding groups and then having like incompetent groups.
Yeah, and like I haven't done it because I didn't know about it until actually, semi recently, but you can pay people there's like a Barbarian Assault CC, and then there's also people that like you can pay, gold to carry you
Leeching.
for free chests. Yeah, to leech. And they just like they're friggin' amazing at it. You just pick whatever role you want, and then they just get you crazy points. And like, I mean, yeah, sure, if you want to do it like that, go for it. It is actually pretty fun though. Like you got like a good group of people, and everyone's enjoying themselves and shit.
But that's you
it's
can
a
say
good
that with
time.
a lot of things too. Because also, what's your what? See, I want to ask the question. Well, what was your favorite minigame, and what now is your favorite minigame? Because like, Tazar Fight Pits was my fucking favorite minigame back 10 years ago. I would like, I would spend just so many evenings there. Whenever I had to alk, that's where I would go, and like, you'd start meeting.
Just watch the people.
Yeah, when I was alking, I would just watch
Yeah.
people while I'm doing it. Because then, like, you start knowing people there, too. So you'd go and, like, watch some friends and stuff. If you go to
Yeah,
the same
man.
world.
I remember I actually remember when you discovered the fight pits, and you told me about it, and I remember like watching you do it on your computer. And then afterwards, like when I got a membership, I went and like did that, and I'm like level like 50 in all these like 80s and 90s. Like at first they were just killing me right off the bat, and then eventually they're just ignoring me, and I could just sit there and I'd run to a corner and hide, and I would think like, oh, maybe he'll just be mean at level 60 and he'll have 20 or health, like 2 health left, and I'll be able to kill him and win. But like, yeah, that was a lot of fun for me. And I also like loved how you could like look at all the orbs and try and find people and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, watch the fights.
And that was fun, too, because it's like, you're just doing it for fun, and you're just fucking around. No one really, like, yeah, you kind of wanted to win, but nobody really was like, oh, like, try hard to win. You could bring food, but I would sometimes bring food, and then a lot of the times, like, half the people just too lazy to go to the bank because you're there all fucking evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember, like, every round, okay, I'm going to go range this round, I'd have my full range gear going, oh, I'm going to go maging this round. Just switching between them, and it was a lot of, it was pretty fun. But the problem why
I think
those die out,
Sorry, go.
I was going to say the problem why those die out is because really the only reward from that one was you get Tokel, which you can use to buy some of the obby weapons and stuff like that, but you don't get enough for it to matter. Nobody
Yeah.
really cares about getting Tokel. Even with the Castle
'cause
Wars, it's
you could-
cosmetics. Not even that many people care about them for the most part, but they're there and that brings some people. But look at Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
I've tried to play that a bunch, and it's so fucking hard to get into a game, especially competitive.
Yeah.
Good luck finding enough people for that. Every time I go, it'll be me. It'll probably be just me. And if you go into the non-competitive, it'll be like 24 people. And I think it's because there's no rewards you can get from it. There's no cosmetics. There's nothing. So yeah, fucking throw some hats.
I think with I think Last Man Standing this weekend they're actually going to have a special event.
Yeah, like they do those things, which is kind of cool, brings people there. But like, give it some.
Yeah, in general, it's dead.
Yeah, give it some cosmetic rewards. I think that's all it really needs. If you want to be lazy, yeah, throw that in there.
It'd be pretty cool to get like some sort of survival-esque type of like cosmetic gear.
Yeah,
like bloodied, weapon or something, or a dented shield, like something where it's like, last man standing type of, you know what I mean?
yeah,
What
that'd
I'm
be
trying
cool.
to get
Yeah, I
at?
can see that.
Just some like battered gear, I guess. I don't know.
Guy
Just
that's
something
been through hell. I could see that. If you get
Yeah.
every piece of armor, your guy just looks fucking roughed up. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
cool idea.
gladiator stuff. Yeah, but like, I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of like my favorite mini games, and I'd have to say Gnome Ball or
Gnome Ball was awesome.
Yeah, that is like when I loved membership when I was a little kid. It's like one of the first things I discovered was Gnome Ball. I remember playing that for so long.
And you could take the balls and throw them to people outside of the game too.
Yeah, and you could whip them into the hoop and shit. Oh, it was tackle the gnomes or something like that. But and then there's another one that came out a lot later. I actually don't remember the name.
What could you
Someone
do?
probably already knows what I'm gonna say, but it's like you like there's a bunch of people in like an arena, but like it would be you and then another person and have an arrow on their head, and it's like I have to kill you and you have to survive kind of a deal.
No, I don't recall it. That sounds kind of cool.
Like, oh man, like I really want to look it up. What it's called? Yeah, what it is called, but. Oh, I have no idea. I remember just playing that so much. Like, you could get, like, special gear that was actually, like, really good for free to play and stuff.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what? Mini game that it's a small mini. It's like an addition to it, but I'm surprised it's not in RuneScape, and I don't know why. Maybe it's. Well, anyways, do you remember when the duel arena had you could do tournaments?
I actually don't.
So there was a ladder you can climb down right outside the duel arena and bring you down to like in the basement, and you could host tournaments. So I could host one that said like 10 people can join between this combat level between level 90 and level 100, and everyone has to pay 50K. So then you'd like wait, 10 people would come in, pay 50K, and then you would all go in and like randomize who you fought, and it would be like round robin. If you died, you got kicked out, and like the top 3 people like divvied up the money.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, people would host their own little tournaments and stuff. So I really like that.
But yeah, I actually just like threw up a list of like mini games. Probably should have done this in the beginning, but there are so many I didn't know existed. If I'm gonna be honest,
Want to go through a
like,
couple?
do you know what Gnome Restaurant is?
Gnome Restaurant.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I didn't know this was a thing. It's like you deliver food to gnome customers within a time limit, and you gain unique food rewards. Didn't know that existed. Like, they actually have so many mini games. Like, I actually want to try all these out. There's so many.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what I'm saying. Give these all a little unique little cosmetic item, and you'll see some love. Because
Yeah.
that sucks that, all this work gets put into these things, and they don't really see any love.
Yeah, I think a big thing is that people want, like,
They want to get, like, lumberjack outfit where, oh, now I get this benefit, or, the prospector's set, or, the thieving set from the rogue's den. Like, they want something that is, like, super beneficial, or NMZ, which is the fucking worst minigame. It's so boring. It's not a minigame.
It's not
You
fun?
just-
You don't think it's fun?
It's awful. I think Nightmare Zone is so goddamn boring. It's so boring. I bought Guffins just so I didn't have to play it every 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I could just
Yeah.
AFK for 20 minutes. Like, it's so bad. But shit, I have done more Nightmare Zone than any other minigame across, like, my whole life.
The thing is, like, yeah, a lot of minigames are the most used minigames are the efficient ones, so ones that may not be that much fun. But
yeah.
as long as it has like even a cosmetic reward. Yeah, people like to have the set bonuses of, the thieving gear or the fishing gear, but you don't have to put those in. Those are nice, but you don't want to overdo it. So even if you just put in straight cosmetic items, you're going to see people who want those items. Might not be a lot, like the chompy bird hunting thing. You don't see many people rocking it. That makes that one person who has I think it's 2,000 kills. You look at you're just, holy, what the fuck? You know what I mean? You look at them and
Yeah,
just, what the
like-
fuck?
Every time, like, when I would go PKing on my peer and stuff, the odd time I'd see this one dude with, like, the fucking 2,000, like, the 6 feathered fucking hat.
Yeah.
And like, he's, like, got all the hats, and I'm like, God damn, I really want to do it now.
That's the thing. It's not necessarily good looking. It looks nice, but just knowing that you're just like how it looks good, but how rare it is, you don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. It does give like your guy a little bit, makes him unique.
Yeah, and it, for the most part, it makes you that guy when you're wearing unique armor.
Yeah.
People you'll have people coming up to you and be like, "Where the fuck did you get that?" So
yeah, I killed fucking stupid birds for 2 days.
Yeah,
that's how I got this.
Yeah, baby. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Throwing a little bit of a unique cosmetic, make it a headpiece. I'm telling you, people love hats. Because, a little small one will throw some love. And that has to look kind of nice. The halos I'm kind of pumped to get. That's going to be fun to get, too. Because I want to, that's the thing, too, like, I plan on PKing a lot on this account. I'm going to want all these different hats. I'm going to want to switch between them. Now, I got issues.
Wait, so you're not going to get a koi for those epic stats?
The what?
The koi for those epic stats?
Well, I got the bear hat, which is apparently the best one defense helmet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of good defensive stats. Well, not a lot of good. It gives you better than an iron helmet.
Any offensives?
No, I don't think so. It's not bad, but at the same time, like, there's no, not necessarily any armor piece that's worth keeping on. Maybe, like, D-hide legs. But for the most part, like, if you can throw a fun hat on there, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to notice the +5 crush defense or whatever it is.
Yeah, I know in the pure community, like the low-level pure community and stuff, people often make fun of guys that wear coifs and stuff when they PK.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because
it's just seen as like super min-maxy, which is ironic because you're a pure, but
it's kind of,
it doesn't really do anything. Sure, it gives you some like range bonus, but like it's not. You could put on a silly hat, like a
you need
Halloween
to fuel your
mask or
ego
something, and
somehow,
it's the exact same.
and you use that through.
Pardon?
You got to fuel your ego somehow, so you got to do that through a hat. Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I killed. How many hours it took me to get this hat?
Man, what I'm saying is you should just go for fire cape like now. Like, what's your range level?
40.
Dude, fuck it. You can go for it.
I did it. It was so hard to do it on my main. I don't know how I'm going to do it on my pure. I want to try, but at the same time, I just want to get this guy.
Bring,
that would be really cool.
That
would be really.
You just have to drop like 2 or 3 mil just to be safe. Not that's way overkill, but buy a bunch of purple sweets. And then just find the best gear you can use, and then prayer pots and shit, obviously. But because purple, like I did chat with purple sweets and stuff. Just because it's
40 range
food.
though. Like, how long is it going to take me to kill the level 360?
Oh, like you'll get some nice levels out of that. Well, you need to get 70 anyways, right?
I don't need to, but
ideally,
it's something I'll eventually bring up. Right? He's going to be mainly melee, so I might get it to 70 just for the black D-hide legs.
Yeah.
And, maybe for fun, maybe I'll decide to go range with him eventually if I decide to max out and go 99s. But
yeah. Man, like how dope would it be though if you had 70 range, like 60 attack, 40 strength, and a fire cape?
That would be really fucking cool. You make me want to do it, but like I'm so excited to have this gear going out.
I'm gonna do it on my guy. He's almost like he's a G mauler right now, but yeah, I'm gonna make him a barrel chest once I'm I decide to actually start playing him again.
Be careful, like you can ruin that if you get your prayer too high and stuff like that.
Well, what do you mean?
Like a lot of the quests will give you prayer experience.
Oh yeah, I know.
So say you decide I only have 52, then you're gonna get like 55 prayer.
Yeah. Well, all my prayer, I think at this moment has been quested. I might have got some from bearing bones or something, but no, like I would probably just get like 42 or no, I'd probably get like 43 prayer just so I can protect from all the things.
Yeah.
But like I'd want to get everything done first because I'm only at 60 range, so I have like 10 levels of range to play with. And like I just think it'd be super dope to like,
it would be, but like
have that fire cave.
See, I'd have
like an impressive feat.
It would be really cool. It would kind of like I'd be able to stroke my ego well with it.
Oh yeah.
I can sit there and go,
I mean-
very nice. Hey,
I mean, if people kill you, you just say, "Oh, I'm a PVMer trying to learn Jad. That's why I have a fire cape." And that's it. And then people are like, "Okay, this guy sucks at PKing, but he's dope at PVM."
but why would you make a PK? They'd say. Anyways,
Yeah, well, just trying to learn, bro. I don't know.
that would be cool because I'm already going some like unique route with an anchor.
Yeah, and like this is one of the few pures that. Well, I mean, you can do it with one prayer and shit, but you have to like know how to tick eat and be like super crazy with that stuff. But like you like already have the prayer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Maybe once I get all the quests done, I can do that. I can even bring some Ancient Magic's Blood Blitz or whatever it is, Blood Burst.
Yeah,
It
get a
heals
rune
you.
pouch and stuff. Yeah, get some free heals.
So my issue I'd be worried about though is because I wanted to go into the wilderness at a really low level, which would be 60 attack, 40 strength, then I have 40 range and 50 magic, shit like that. But so since they're pretty pretty low already, I'm worried if range would bring my combat up.
Well, if you're ranging 40 to 70,
Well, I don't want to get that anytime soon. I that in the future eventually, but to get a fire cape, I'd want to keep my range as low as possible still. So I'd still want to use range at level 42. I'd want to get it the first try.
I mean, I would suggest, is it 41 that you need to, or is it 61 that you need to use a rune crossbow?
Yeah, 61.
So you can still use a shitty crossbow. Like, I know people that have done it with, like, lower stats than what you have. I mean, it takes them, like, 5-6 hours to get to Jad. It's awful.
And then you
but
die,
I mean,
you have
like,
to do that again. That's a whole day's work.
Well, I don't know, you could always just do it on your main account, and then you put the extra fire capes, trade them in for an extra chance to get a Jad pet until
Yeah,
you
that's
are
true.
really comfortable with Jad. And plus, it's something fun to do, right? You might as well, or, maybe keep an extra set just in case you lose
That's
it. But
not a bad idea. Now I'm kind of
honestly,
conflicted because I was really pumped to go take him out PKing the next few days, but now that you say that, I'm like, fuck, now I want to get this lava cape before I can go PKing. But I know I'm going to be at it till
I mean,
the New Year's.
the difference wouldn't be that big. I mean, obviously it would help, because, you don't have to bring an obby cape. You don't have to risk that extra money.
I wouldn't be bringing an obby cape, but it would just look really sexy.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
That's the only thing, 'cause, like,
honestly,
If I was going for efficiency, I wouldn't be really making an anchor pier because the 52 strength, or the 52... at low level, it kind of sucks. I'm going to have to bring them up. Because I got 60 attack and 40 strength with 52 prayer. It's not very good.
yeah, like, I would say get your strength up to, like, 80.
Oh yeah, I'll eventually
But-
do that, but I want to take them out PKing
Honestly-
at the lowest level possible, and then just
Exactly.
like compare it to tiers. Okay, I'll bring up my strength to 40, just to 50.
And even then, you'll
60.
probably get good ass experience. Can't you hit like 20s or something
with
with those stats?
the anchor,
and
I
pot
could.
it up and shit.
I probably could.
Yeah, like you could anchor people. Like you'll get your strength up like pretty quickly, like a lot faster than you expect. So it's free experience and you're having fun with it.
Yeah, but now you say the lava cape, and I'm like, ooh, I should get that first.
Yeah, honestly, what my plan was to do a bunch of Jad on my main, like try and go for the Jad pet. So I want to like start collecting pets and stuff once I get back on it. Just because, why not? And then I was like, once I got good enough, I was gonna do it on my pure and then try and like get my hardcore Iron Man. Like I know people already have the fire cape, but try and find a route to get it like the fastest, like the most efficient route for me to like be as low level as possible with the fire cape.
That's okay too, because if you
Or lava cape.
and if you die, you don't have to worry about losing your hardcore Iron Man status, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't follow along. But so yeah, that's good. We got a little sidetracked from minigames, but I think there's really not too much more we can talk about before we start going in depth about specific minigames.
Yeah, just
A lot of people talk
Generals-
about how they want Soul Wars or some shit like that to come in. I never really.
that's what it's called. I think it's
The one that
called.
you
What
were
I was
playing.
explaining beforehand. I think that's called Soul Wars.
So yeah, I haven't really played it because, like I said, I quit and I didn't really play too much after the rape of the wilderness.
Yeah. No, I think I was wrong, actually. Yeah, I'm totally wrong on Soul Wars. Sorry.
Is it Bounty Hunter?
I don't know what
Who
the fuck
knows?
the minigame's called.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, minigames are cool. I love minigames. I don't mind bringing more in, but don't forget about some of the other older ones. Like, I'd be so sad if Castle Wars got, like, let's just say taken out, or if it completely died.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Tazar Fight Pits died. You know what? We should say fuck the Castle Wars. We should start bringing people to the Tazar Fight Pits, because give that some more love.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. And
Like-
if anyone has any suggestions, what you guys want to try out, prefer to let us know, and we can we'll get this train rolling.
Yeah. But one thing I was going to say with the minigames, I saw people suggest this a long time ago, and I think like the idea has kind of been dropped, but like I think it would be pretty neat if Jagex brought in like kind of like they do with Last Man Standing, but they have like a rotation of like, this week is Castle Wars, now you get double the points or something, like during this weekend or something.
That's a good idea as well. Okay, no, sorry. Let's go on. Go on with that idea.
Yeah, no, but like have it rotate like every weekend, or once a month. It's the fight pits, or now it's Gnome Restaurant, because apparently that's a thing. Just like you get a bonus to rewards, or like maybe they have special cosmetics you can only get during that time. Or, maybe a halo that you can activate and you do like an emotion or something.
I like the idea of
Castle
maybe
Wars.
double the points, sort of. Maybe tweak on that a little bit.
The only
there's things
the
you
only
could have.
downs-
I like the idea of having a minigame spotlight.
Yeah, like, I mean, the only downside to, doubling points is that if people are doing Castle Wars just for an item, they would wait until it's in rotation because it's more efficient to get faster games with more points and stuff.
Yeah, and it would probably kill the community as well that doesn't play it for just the points, because then you'd see less people during the week. And I also think the problem would be is when you'd have to either disclude minigames like this, or you'd have issues with like Barbarian Assault and Pest Control.
Yeah, exactly.
But it'd be cool to be a spotlight. Maybe the spotlight is, play it, and then you can, at the end of the week, you get a little fucking genie lamp. See, then it's hard to say, because now you got to start bringing it. People don't want chores. They don't want dailies. But
Yeah.
I definitely agree with the spotlight. There needs to be some idea, so it's not overpowered, but to reward people who like to play some of these mini games.
Like, I think it'd be pretty neat if they had like, say, let's just use Castle Wars, because that's like, everyone knows what Castle Wars is. But,
Classic.
like, yeah, it's classic. Like, what if, like, during, like, a Castle Wars weekend, by the end of the weekend, there was, like, a scoreboard for the event,
So that's something. That's a
like,
good segue.
top X people either win something, or, just, they just have recognition of winning, look at my name here, let me take a screenshot of me being number 3,
So yeah,
with wins or something, or kills or points.
to expand on that, or segue it as well, because this was kind of what I was thinking about. It'd be cool to see a leaderboard for each minigame, and if you even want to go even more in depth, does take more work, but have seasons for the minigame, and then have what Deegan was saying about the top 5 people of that 6 months, or however long you want to make a season, they win. Something cosmetic. It could just be a fucking little cape that says, like, season 1 winner.
Yeah.
And you could do that with
it'd
tons
be,
of
like,
mini games. Like, you could do that with a bunch of them and have it like little, banners or little cosmetic rewards that would just say, season 1 winner of this little mini game, just to have. It would be kind of cool. I don't know. It'd give incentive to people to play it. You'd have some
Yeah, they
competitive
need,
cunts going in there, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you get the toxic fucking, like, AFKing, we're not winning, like, those people would bitch, it's like, oh, I want to get number, but, that happens regardless, I think.
You just have to reward in a fun way.
Something that doesn't imbalance.
Yeah, people don't want to stop being efficient to not be rewarded in some way.
Yeah.
So maybe reward them in a way that's not going to be able to benefit them without, you know what I mean? Just bragging rights.
Yeah, like, even, like have an emotion for, getting top 100 in any mini game, and it's just like, then it's just like scoreboard pops up, just like random little things. Like, I like the Castle Wars thing with like a toggle, or like an activate kind of like like the reindeer helmet where you do an emotion.
No, I don't remember.
Like have
Okay, yeah,
like,
maybe,
oh,
yeah.
certain items you can activate and do like an emote. I think it would be pretty neat to have that, but with like, yeah, just like items that are like relevant to whatever, just like random, like, yeah, little cosmetic things that are like harder to get or like, I don't know. I think
the best way to follow something is the zombie bird hunting is those headpieces. You know what I mean? I think those are the perfect things. They're not tradable and stuff, and
yeah, exactly.
So which causes a problem, people not farming them, but it also makes it so the people who do decide to actually put the time and get them, they're fucking gods. They goddamn gods, exactly. I tell you. So, yeah. Mini games are pretty cool. I enjoy them. Are you, I don't know, anything you want to talk about or expand on in regards to other mini games or anything like that?
Just that, like, maybe they should hold off on releasing new mini games and just, like, trying to make
them good or make the other ones we have better.
Yeah, or, like, make them more attractive to people. Because, like, I look at this list and, like, I didn't even know there was an opposite of temple trekking, Berg to Rot Ramble. You know what I mean? Like, these random things I've never heard of. I play this game a lot and, like, sure, I've probably seen it when I look at the mini games teleport tab, but it's never, like, registered in my brain as a... I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the hell you can get from this shit. They gotta, like, make it more, not accessible, but, like, more out there and give, like, good incentives to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Okay, so... Yeah, I agree. And... Alright, so... This is the part where I normally go. We're gonna wrap her up. Bring her to an end. Sound about right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm feeling we should have maybe some kind of fun little event. I don't know necessarily money be involved. We'll see about that. See how well I do in the wilderness. Either huge drop party or fucking.
Or in a sick doubling money event or something.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell how well I'm doing in the pecan biz. But yeah, maybe a cool little Castle Wars or Fight Pits. Let us know if this is anything interested you want to do. We can, like, if anyone was down for something, suggest it. Because really, we can't do this without you guys. And yeah, let's take a break from leveling up and just have some fun for a bit. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, the game's not going anywhere. Might as well, stop and smell the roses at some point.
Yeah, I guess, exactly. So that'll be good. And yeah, I guess here we are. How's your week looking next week? Got any cool plans?
Well, tomorrow, work ramps up like fuck ton for me. I get back a project and then I do a final and like that's gonna be awful. Like this week's gonna ramp up a lot in schoolwork. In terms of things that are not school, I don't know. Just like nothing really. I'll like probably just do a WoW raid or something with my buddies and
figure her out.
Yeah, I'll try and make some time for some RuneScape, but like I'm at this point where like I want to play it all the time, so I can't. Like I'm making sure I don't play it because like then it's gonna be an issue for me to stop.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, like it's
gotta balance.
1 hour turns into like. Yeah, I mean, I have an issue with that.
Yeah,
I
do too.
That's the thing with RuneScape is there's no time limit, right? It's not like, wow, you finished the raid, League, the game's over. Whatever it is, Counter-Strike, the game's over. It's like you can always do something else in RuneScape, and it's like fuck.
Yeah,
it's so hard for me to get to peel myself away. So now that I've finally done it, it's like if I can just 2 more weeks of just get my schoolwork done and out of the way, then I have so much time to just catch up.
Kill.
Yeah.
Myself, I got a week of nothing. And I'm so happy. It's so fucking great. This is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous. Fuck.
So, yeah, when we're going to end this show soon, and then I'm going to probably continue on with Desert Treasure. I'm probably going to start it at the very least. And... well, it depends if my girlfriend's asleep or not. If she's awake, we'll watch some TV. But I haven't heard any noise in a bit, so I think we're looking clear.
Just tiptoe in, peek in.
Yeah, just kidding. I of course I want to hang out with her. Getting these quests done tonight would be fucking awesome. So I'm gonna try to get that done tomorrow. Unless something bad happens, internet gets cut. Let's knock on wood. Then hopefully we'll have all my quests done, and I'm probably not gonna get the fire cave. Probably jump right into the wilderness and see how that goes. Die a bunch and woo. But yeah, and then I'll probably play them a bunch and maybe play on my main a bit too. And like I said, I made a little skiller before, level 3 skiller that I'm really not doing anything with, but every now and then I'm just kind of like, I feel like jumping on and banging out a few levels.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Yeah, fuck, I really got nothing planned. So there's some things I should do. If I really wanted to, I could blow everything off and just fucking max out every one of my accounts. But I'm an adult, so I guess I should do some responsible stuff.
Yeah. That's the life now. It's what we've become.
Fuck, it sucks.
It's awful.
I hate it.
Like, I just can't wait until I can say I have nothing to do this week.
When you're 60 years old and retired?
Well, I'm talking about like 2-3 weeks from now. When I finally get a fucking break. Because, like, I know it's going to be like Thursday. I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter. And I'm like, God damn it, Dylan's fucking playing RuneScape.
I'm pulling an all-nighter as well.
No, he's fucking PKing, and I'm fuck this.
I'm so happy it's only Monday. This is the first time I've ever been happy on a Monday. So yeah, there we go. Cool.
Yeah.
And this is where we awkwardly just end it. Let's just cut it right now. No, I could never do that. So yeah, okay, well, yeah, thanks for listening tonight on episode 13th. Next week is 14th. Please stay tuned and catch that. Thanks again for listening. We appreciate everything. And yeah, toodaloo.
Yeah. That's all she wrote. Have a good one, guys.
To stay up to date with show news, RuneScape news, or just shitpost and hang out, you can find us on Twitter at TheWildernessRS. You can feel free to join our Facebook group at facebook.com/TheWildernessPodcast. We also have a YouTube channel set up, so feel free to check us out by just searching the name of the show on YouTube. You'll also see it over at Twitter and on Facebook as well. We also have an email set up, so if you want to get in contact, maybe have some questions or something you want to hear discussed, a story you want to tell us, or just some feedback, you can email us at thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. And we also have a Discord set up. And if you feel like you want to join and maybe hang out, play with some other scapers, just let us know. Send us a message and get in contact and we'll get you in there. Thanks again for listening. We can't appreciate it enough. Have a good night.